Check out shares of Tilray soaring as it doubles down on the hemp hype with a $400 million acquisition. Earlier today in Power Lunch, the CEO told me how the deal will put it ahead in the race to get CBD products on the shelves. Take a listen.
If you think about their supply chain, they have relationships with 30,000 acres of hemp grown by farmers. They have a state-of-the-art processing facility where they make these products, and then they have a distribution channel through 13,000 of the largest retailers in the U.S. And our intent is to use that supply chain to help accelerate the CBD products that we will introduce by this summer through that same supply chain. All of the retailers are facing demand to supply and sell CBD products. And so this helps us speed up that process.
We need to turn to our cannabis king, Tim Seymour, about this CBD rush and whether there will be a lot more deals now with the passage of the Farm Bill.
You have to give Tilray and Brendan Kennedy a lot of credit for not only taking a strategic plan, which is going at all the different verticals in the cannabis sector, but also then utilizing. These guys have built brands, or they want to build brands, or they certainly are in the middle of building brands. And so CBD, which has got a federal footprint allowance at this point, means that they can take all of those brands and begin to start using them. They partnered with Big Beer. They partnered with Big Pharma. They partnered with Big Alcohol. I mean, so good for them. And the whole point is this is a CPG story. Hemp has rushed ahead on some level. It's not a bigger market. It's not a more interesting market medically, but on the wellness side, it clearly is. And that's something that people are, that perception needs no change. That's happening right now, and it needs some slight adjustment on the legal side.
All right, and there are hemp products, which he actually brought many of them, hemp hearts and hemp granola and all that. But there's also CBD food products, which are to come still. Pete, you're familiar with
which could be an absolutely huge business, I think, going forward. But you know, there's a lot of approval still, and you guys had a great conversation about that whole thing today. And also, I think when you're talking about this whole topic, I think he was looking for distribution. That was a big part of what today's
tapping into that
$300+ million deal was.
You could find these products in Whole Foods and Trader Joe's.
He said a couple of thousand different places when he went across the United States and Canada. So there's a lot to be said for what this move really was.
I find it curious. So they do a $300 million deal. Their stock goes up by $300 million. I don't know. It seems a little like funny money to me in some way. I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe it is that valuable that they can do that.
I was actually surprised that they use cash. I mean, a lot of people said they should just be using their shares as currency. So, you know, good for the, that which was acquired, but also the fact that the company is putting cash to work when everyone thinks that they just have shares to work with.
Yep.
Quickly, tangentially, which is not an easy word to say with a head cold.
It's like a haiku word.
Tangentially. Not really. It's only four. Anyway.
Not good.
Constellation Brands, pretty lousy day. Talked about the 3 to 5 year growth, not good. I mean, this stock obviously had a big bounce from the December lows, but it seems to be rolling over again. I mention it because I do think the cannabis industry is probably going to dig into what's going on in the spirits and beer space. And despite the fact that Constellation has a big investment, these stocks are in trouble, and I think it's manifesting itself in STZ.